Good morning, everybody. So we got our passenger side floor pan, and we just welded in the seatbelt gusset right down here, and I'm going to start trimming this to fit. Now, I still have to, when I trimmed out this floor, I just ripped it down here. So what you see right here is part of the old floor right here. This is your inner rocker. This part that's overlapping is your outer rocker, and the floor's sandwiched in between and then spot welded together. What I need to do is finish pulling this out, and you can see I drilled the welds through, ground out where they had it stitch welded. But it also tucks way down in there right here. Notice I left this and cut it up and around, because where it goes in around the B-pillar, you'd have to fully remove the B-pillar. So what we're gonna do is trim the floor around this, and we're gonna do a butt weld around this, leaving our post intact. But then when we put the floor gusset over it, it will hide this section. But I'll still grind it down and finish it off, so even if you run a camera through the hole, you won't be able to tell where I butt welded it, sort of like I did when I finished off that butt weld. And I'll finish it from the bottom so that you can't see it from underneath the car right here either. But what I'm going to do is I got to finish pulling all this out of here, which is kind of a bear. And as you get further back, the floor wraps way down in there, and there's two spot welds that come down in here. The floor actually tucks in about almost 2 inches down in this area, but you have to get it to slide in there. I don't know if everyone's doing it that way, but I like it to go together the way the factory had it as much as possible. And I'm sure some people just trimmed it like this, and then overlaid the floor and welded it from the top, which could work too. But for aesthetics, I want to keep it more the way the factory built it. So it's a little bit more work, and it's very difficult to get these pieces out without distorting your outer rocker or trashing the inner rocker. But it's worth it when it's done. So that's what the game plan is today, to get that all trimmed and fit. And when that's fit, then I'll pull it back out and I make my section piece for right there. And yes, all this has been epoxy primed, and then that way it'll help seal it up so that all we have the weld burn in these areas, and then we'll come back, clean it up. When the car's fully painted, we'll come back through these holes and wand in some paint and wax all this up, so that hopefully it'll preserve it from rotting out in the future. But the game plan is to get this welded up in the next couple of days and get the gusset on so that it'll be finished off like that, and then I can commence to grinding and getting rid of all the nugget heads from the welds, and then I'll start the trunk.